Good morning, everyone. Thanks for coming. My name is Billy Wong, and today I'm going to be talking to you about sleep deprivation. More specifically, I'll be taking a look at some of the key causes and the main effects of sleep deprivation. Suppose I ask you to get up at 7 a.m. and having classes at 8 a.m. How will you respond to me? According to the data came from a survey conducted in the 2015-16 school year of a nationally representative sample of 8,300 school principals. Only 13% of high schools start the school day later than 8:30 a.m., which is recommended by experts. The average start time for high schools in the United States is 7:59 a.m., according to a report published on Tuesday. For middle schools and elementary schools, it is a little bit later, 8:04 a.m. and 8:17 a.m. Okay, so what does this all mean? Let's consider one of the causes of sleep deprivation, which is the schools. When the time of the schools starts so early, students cannot get enough sleep. Also, high school students are under much more pressure than previous generations of students and don't have enough time for both their schoolwork and extracurricular activities. When these two factors combined, it leads to sleep deprivation. Moving on, I'd like to discuss that playing your cell phone can also lead to sleep deprivation in teens, especially when you are playing your cell phone before bed. A report shows that shorter sleep duration was related to using phones in addition to TV and other electronic devices. The use of smartphones to watching TV, playing video games, texting, and their daily use in bed and before sleep, these uses can highly impact the quality and quantity of sleep. In other words, when students are on their smartphones before sleep, it is harder for them to go to sleep. As we can see, using smartphones before bed can lead to sleep deprivation. Next, let's take a look at some of the effects of the sleep deprivation. Teenagers' brains can be harmed, causing depression and other health problems. This point is supported by a study conducted by neuroscientists at the University of Western Oriental,
showing that a chronic lack of sleep can lead to obesity, which mimic the symptoms of attention deficit disorder and contribute to depression. Losing just a few hours of sleep can make a big difference. Brown University's Mary Clarkson, who studies student sleep, says tired kids get lower grades. They don't do as well in sport and have more emotional problems than those who get enough rest. Also, the findings published in the journal Sleep indicates that people who get an average of 7 to 8 hours of sleep can perform better on reasoning and problem solving than those who sleep more or less than this generally recommended amount. Plus, according to the National Sleep Foundation, the appropriate sleep duration for teenagers should be between 8 and 10 hours. Below this range, lack of sleep may affect their health. In particular, teenagers are in their prime time of their life. Getting enough sleep is important, or they may get a lot of disease when they are older. Last but not least, sleep deprivation can lead to poor academic performance. Reports show that when teenagers are sleep deprived, they have trouble comprehending information, focusing and staying alert. Tyler, a 17-year-old high school senior, works as a waiter for the local country club and doesn't get home until 11 p.m. And every night, he has at least 3 hours of homework. His mom once said that he never feels tired. Tyler always looked at the clock and said, "I'm older this year, I shouldn't have to go to bed." But the truth is, Tyler always nods off and even sleeps in class. Although he gets his homework done in the midnight, he still gets a very low score in the test. Not just Tyler. The report shows that the vast majority of teens are behind their desk in the midnight, even though pedestrians said teenagers need more sleep. Teens who do not get enough sleep are more likely to do poorly in school. It is evident that most of the students want a good grade, so they will try their best even to sacrifice their sleeping time. So, we have seen the causes and the effects of sleep deprivation. We need to take a look at this issue of lack of sleep. Who wants this way of life? Of course, everyone wants to get a nice sleep at night. So, if you are putting on a form and you find that there is a lot of homework left for you to do, what should you do? Go to sleep early.